Good morning. Okay, so let's do that CD minute. So what I'm going to do is I'll come at it from this side.
Yep.
What I really need is, we won't get on the table just yet. I just want to cue up some things. So
Okay.
if you just come back a bit from the table, maybe.
Sit. Or
No, come with me. Come around here. So the main thing I'm trying to teach is we tend to get a bit distracted by, if we're not getting a manip, we start to really think about, do I need more side bending? Do I need more rotation? Do I need more compression? And we're all really concerned about those sorts of things, and it tends to be a bit distracting. The quickest way, I reckon, around those positional things is just to understand where the facets are going to be going and where our thrust has to go. Most of the time, say what I was trying to teach with the neck manipulation, is we've got to get our body in that line for a neck manipulation, let's say. So for a CD manipulation, we're actually trying to get our body that way. So if you just come and stand just over here, I'll come around here. So if we pretend this is a body, and I'm going to do a CD manipulation, that's kind of what I have to line my body up around, this line. So I need all my force going down this way.
Yeah.
If I have my hand going down this way, but my body over here, you can kind of see in order to generate force, I have to push.
Yeah.
Whereas when I have my body behind it, I can just keep my arm in and it's body weight, which makes it a lot easier. So what we see all the time, say somebody trying to do one of these manipulations, is they're like this, trying to use their arms. If they get their body in behind, so their body's lined up, you've got your legs all back here in line, and you do it like that.
Yeah.
So same if we're going to do a CD manip from this side, you've got to line up with the angle of the table, and it's going down that way. So the spine's here, and we know by the time we roll those facets just over like that, that's going to open that direction up. So again, we've got to line our body up behind that. Our legs in a line, our chest and our pelvis. Arm in can be in nice and close, and then we're able to do that manip like that. The other thing is having your head over and your body over, because that's what allows you to do the body drop a little bit. What we tend to see is people up here and back. So even if they have their body behind it, they're still up too high and back too far. If you find yourself correcting by trying to put the table up, you're probably up too high. You almost can't go too low with the table. I wouldn't have it this low, but I'm just trying to make a point.
That you get your body.
Yeah, that I could still get my body all behind it. I could get right down, and that's a lot more powerful than trying to be up here, if you know what I mean. So of course we try and get the table the right height, but height won't correct it, so that's the first thing.
Do you worry about the patient flexing enough, or?
Not really. Look, on the rare occasion that is important. On the rare occasion you might have to move the head of the table down a smidge. I certainly don't have it up in extension.
Yes.
If anything, it's flat. 99% of the time, it's just flat. Somebody who's actually got a neck a bit like mine, I have quite a large thoracic curve, which tends to make my neck go a bit like that. Maybe for somebody like me, you might just have to drop that forward a little bit, a smidge, just to get a bit of length in the spine.
Would you more just get them to tuck their chin under, or do the table?
Well, I don't. Other people might. I just drop the table a little bit. So why don't you pop up on the table there, and I'll load it up so you can feel what it's like. Okay, just lift your head up there, Ellie. Move that around. There you go. Again, I like to use a towel Now, there's 3 possible contact points. So the applicator hand can either be here on the rib heads,
Yep.
down to about rib 3, I think this technique's pretty good for.
Mm.
You can do it right on the thoracic spine, or you can do it on the opposite side, so to speak,
Okay.
into that little section through here. Most of the time, the most reliable one is this side, but really that's manipulating the thoracic spine.
Yep.
Quite often you'll use this technique for rib 1 especially, so you need to be on the rib head.
Yep.
I'm just going to lift that up just a smidge. Now, so what we do here is we just gently lift the face up and just on the angle there. And see, you can feel that's actually not much side bending.
No.
No. Now I'm going to decide where I want my applicator. Let's say it's just there. And I'm just using the tip of my thumb there just to hold that joint, or just to feel the joint actually. Then I'm just going to rotate you a little bit. So
Yep.
I'm just rotating until I feel a bit of tension. That's all. And that's where I will manipulate from.
Yep.
And to you right now, that shouldn't feel too painful.
No.
It shouldn't feel too overlocked. It should feel really comfortable.
Yep.
Relatively, given that you're kind of lying on your face. But that joint there shouldn't feel too bad. Even if that was an acute facet, this would
Yep.
feel pretty good. So now I set myself up, remembering that line that I was talking about. I've got my leg back, my hips and everything pointing down that line. And I just take my applicator here. And when I thrust, I'm just going to get you to take a deep breath in and then out. And as I do it, I kind of just gently push my body forwards, almost come over the top and drop and flick with the head.
Yep.
And it's just all about that far, really. So let's just have a little go. I'll just do it in one so that we can actually do it, and then we might be able to see it on the video.
Sure.
Nice deep breath in and out. Just let that one roll in. Beautiful. Okay, and then we come over this side, same thing again. Most important part, we're not overlocking, not over rotating, not over side bending. The position is kind of not as important as your body position.
Yep.
Now I've lined up behind that angle. So my leg, my hip, my chest, my head and my arm are all facing in the same direction. I find the place that I want to manipulate, so I'm going to again take it from this side of the vertebra. Okay, nice deep breath in, and again breathing out, and just roll you over. Beautiful. Okay, how was that?
Good.
Felt okay?
Yeah. No, it felt good.
Shouldn't hurt too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be quite, comfortable. I think in my experience, when people have done it to me and we're learning, or I've had other practitioners do it, I kind of feel the thing that might go wrong a little bit in terms of the patient experience of it is they hold in a rotated and quite heavy position for a long time before trying to thrust. So I think part of the secret to be able to get that speed and comfort is to just leave it fairly unlocked until the very last second, knowing that the majority of what you need to do is generate speed.
I think
And that
just
comes from
how
the-
fast you were,
Comes from the body position.
Okay.
Let's just have a little look here.